And we're live. Okay, my friends and gems, I'm so happy and excited. Oh my gosh, how much better can it get? I don't know, Carol, it just keeps on getting really good and juicy. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's thrilling. It's become thrilling. And
It is thrilling, isn't it?
yes, very much so.
I'm going to record this. I'll have another copy of this. So this is going live on YouTube as we speak. So we just got this video a few moments ago. Now, as you're aware, we make no medical claims. Of course, this is intended for human use only. We have the Ice Wave patch, which we have with packaging that is exclusively for dogs, but it's the exact same patch. This is the mother cell activation patch that we are talking about. And wait till I share with you, which it just came in not even an hour ago. So
Oh,
here
cool.
you go. Wait till I share this with you. It just went live on YouTube. Is this it? Let me see. How do I cue this up? Doop, doop, doop. Here it is. Yes, yes, yes. We have a beautiful quadruped that was in pain. Check this out. This is Emmett.
Oh,
That is Emmett after having been patched. Now, let me share with you in Telegram what his owner.
Jina langu ni Osawiti.
Wait a minute.
Nasomea shule ya msingi Vijiji, darasa la
Okay, so let me show you here on. Here's the post that Lisa shared with us earlier today. And she shared with us that Emmett, he had injured his paw when they went out for a walk. And she says here, I moved his X39 and Eon from his collar to his foot. He seems to be walking better, but he's been napping all day. Here's a quick video. Dogs don't lie. When it first happened, he wouldn't put hardly any weight on it. We were at the river this morning and he must have either stepped on something wrong or tweaked his paw. I checked it thoroughly and there was no cut or anything stuck in it. Notice how he doesn't try to take off the patches. He knows they're helping him. And this was him when she first patched him after they got back from the walk because he was not walking with that paw. And now, just hours later, he's walking fine.
oh my goodness. That's fabulous.
Isn't that awesome? And the best part is that, it's like he has relief. It's
Yeah,
not a masking of the pain. It's because of this rapid cellular regeneration that he's experiencing this relief.
absolutely. That's wonderful. And he's a pretty good heavy sized dog.
He's like about 100-pound dog. She has two
Yeah.
black labs. They're big black labs, beautiful, peaceful souls. And I think they're like 9, 10 years old. And so what a wonderful thing that she actually had the tool. She didn't have to put any injections. She didn't have to, put any kind of steroids or any other kind of medicine in him. She just used his own, through this little mechanical device is redirecting his infrared light to go back into his body to create this effect, just like you and me. And so
Yeah.
his cells that were previously dormant turn back on. And now he gets the cellular repair, but he gets both and he gets the cellular repair and regeneration and restoration and the pain relief, not because it's being
Yeah.
masked, but because it's being repaired. And I'm
Right.
because there's nothing
Oh,
worth seeing another human being or to have an animal be suffering in pain. It's
yeah.
painful to watch that. And then to have your hands tied where it's like there's nothing you can do. You can just hope and pray that something that they will, over time get relief. And now it
Yeah.
doesn't take that long. And so
Oh, it's
oh my God.
wonderful. It's fabulous. Yeah. I love it.
So needless to say, I was very thrilled, very enthused to be able to share that right
Oh
now
gosh.
with you and with
That
anybody
was
else that's watching.
fabulous. That happy dog.
Yeah,
Happy
and
dog.
we have people who've patched cats, who've patched horses, many, many, many horses. We even have research studies on the horses. We've had people who, I actually remember about 5 months ago, Dr. Tivoli from Arizona, I'll never forget, he said that he actually put the patches on an aquarium and he noticed the change in behavior in the fish.
Oh my goodness.
I said, get out of town. You put the patches on an aquarium? He's like, yeah, I figure they're living beings. I go, but they're not mammals. He's like, what have we got to lose? So he put
Yeah.
them on his aquarium and he noticed that the fish started to behave more energetic and racing around in there. And I thought, oh my gosh, it would have never crossed my mind to put it
No.
on an aquarium, but he did, and he got a positive response. So I thought, that's funny because last summer, I put in June, I had gone to IKEA and I bought one of those little bamboo plants where you just have the little
Oh
bamboo.
yeah.
And it's like $2.99 and it's like a small
Yep.
little plant. And the
I've had
base,
them.
yeah, the little base is like this. And then the little
Yeah.
stalk is like, I kid you not, it's not beyond my finger. It's
Right.
like maybe 4 or 5 inches, right?
Yeah.
So this, and I figured, okay, let me get a little one of those, and I'm just going to put it, next to my bed because I have a nightstand on each side. So I put it next to my bed, and it has like a little marble top, and I put it there, and then I decided, let me just put my used X39 and X49. I'm just going to wrap it around the base. Let me see if I notice anything over the next 30 days.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I had to remove that after 4 or 5 days because it got so tall, it passed. I should go over there and bring it and show it to you guys.
Oh my
It
goodness.
shot up like in 3 or 4 days, it shot up where it was going to reach beyond the height of the mirror. And I'm like, this is supposed to be an indoor plant for next to my bed. It's not supposed to be like a floor plant or an outdoor plant. It's supposed to be on my nightstand. And so I took it off because if it reaches the ceiling, then I'm going to have to transplant it and put it in a bigger pot. Give me a second. I'll bring it and I'll show you how.
Oh, good.
And then I removed the patch. After 4 or 5 days, I removed the patch and then it stopped growing. It's the same size. But I don't want it any bigger. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Okay, come on, do it. Oh, that's wonderful. She's always coming up with good ideas to test these patches. They do work. I know they certainly have worked for me.
So check this out. This is the plant. I had to transplant it. I couldn't keep it because it was too tall. It was going to like keel over. So I had to transplant it into a bigger pot. But look at how tall it is.
Oh my goodness. I've had those plants before from IKEA and they didn't get that big that fast. That's for
No.
sure.
So I stopped putting but I'm like, oh my gosh. And of course this is thicker, but it was like I said, it was like only like 5 inches. Now it's like, look at, I'm like, and it's still growing, of course, but it's not growing as fast as it did like that first 4 or 5 days when I had I just put it around here. And I was like, oh, I don't want this to grow anymore. I need to take that off. And I'm like, okay, so it works on plants too. I'm like, wow, this is really quite incredible. I'll have to see if I can find a picture of it. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to go back to IKEA. I don't go there very often, maybe once or twice a year. So not very often.
Yeah.
So, but when I do get some of the plants from their nursery. So I'm going to buy another one and I'm going to show you guys on camera. I'm going to put the X39, and people will be able to see. It's like, oh my gosh, this works on plants. I'm not telling people to put it on their plants. I'm just telling you what I did. Right.
Yeah. Fun things to try.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty tall. It's definitely a much bigger plant. So I should take more of my patches and put it on, like I'm growing a lemon tree and a few other things like I mentioned before. But, yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, patch the lemon tree.
Yeah. So this is life-saving technology for, obviously it was made for the Navy SEALs originally. And of course, people like you and myself, we get to use this life-saving technology, but it's kind of fun, to experiment with different things and to put them on our pets, because our pets are part of our family, right? Or they're part of our family members and so forth. So it's really fun to see, cats, dogs, horses, they don't have ego. They don't have
No,
a brain
no,
that's gonna rationalize and say, oh, yeah, you put that patch on me, that's not gonna work. That's like a little sticker or a Band-Aid, right? No, it's gonna immediately react. We found that pretty much every single animal pretty much reacts where all of a sudden, I've seen horses that have been kind of down, and
yeah,
then they get patched, and all of a sudden, the four areas, the
yep,
hips, and the front and the back, the shoulders and the hips, all of a sudden goes up. And
uh-huh.
they go from being sleepy to all of a sudden their eyes are big. They're like, they could feel the energy. They're like, what was that? You know?
Yes, absolutely. I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah. So they respond to it. And cats, dogs, horses, they don't lie. They are very sensitive to energy. They feel the energy and the pain, you know. I don't know. I would have to, I don't have any friends that are veterinarians. I'll have to see if there's some veterinarian in the group and find out. With human beings, our energy and our polarity gets reversed, or it gets slow or stuck or sluggish.
yeah,
Um, and with animals, I don't know if they also have the same issue, that sometimes their energy, probably depending on what shots they have and the environment, if they're only indoors and they don't get to go outdoors, I would imagine it's possible that their polarity might get reversed, slow, stuck, or sluggish.
yeah.
It'd be interesting to find that out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. My little plant growing like a Jack and the Beanstalk, just going.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful plant.
Sure,
Growing.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's fun. Great.
So
Yeah.
anyhow, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube.